Now then, people, and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. And it is time for your Leeds versus Chelsea pre-match chat. Before we get into the preview, let me just remind you all, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, and of course, hit that notification bell. So you know next time I'm live or whenever a video is about to drop. Just a little service announcement as well. I'm jetting away for the weekend, taking my partner to Paris for her birthday. So therefore, I will not be consuming any football content over the weekend. I'm on a strict no football. I'm a strict football ban, should I say. But I will be back on Monday and be ready to do a watch along actually for the Leeds versus Manchester City game. So there'll be no post-match unless I can twist her arm and allow me to watch it in France somewhere, which I probably might be able to do. But if not, that's why you'll know why there'll be no post-match. But fingers crossed Leeds United can get a positive result. And my God, is it going to be hard to do that? Because, of course, the club confirmed the rumours today that there has been a triple, three hamstring injuries for players within the squad. Calvin Phillips, Liam Cooper, and Patrick Bamford. You know, I seen LUFC data tweet out. I doubt that's ever happened at a Premier League club in one single Premier League game. It's just horrendous bad luck. And you have to agree with that. I mean, we had a fully fit squad for all of 15, 16 minutes. Liam Cooper comes off with a hammy. Calvin in the second half. Bamford comes on, gets us a point, and then injures it, apparently celebrating the goal. So not great. Not a great night, really, for Leeds United. Not a great game. And obviously, it's a bit of a nightmare. The club actually put out their own, little news piece prior to the press conference because it's not only them that are injured. Rodrigo has also been suffering from a heel pain, and the player and the medical staff have deemed it necessary for him to reduce his activity. So he's not really been training. Robin Koch has overcome his pelvic injury, but he's been ill for the last 10 days, so maybe he's contracted COVID. Hopefully he'll resume training again next weekend. And my God, we're going to need him, aren't we? Because we're struggling for a CDM without Calvin in. Obviously, we know Pat Bamford's out, Calvin and Liam Cooper. What that means for Leeds United, I really don't know. I expect Bielsa to go with Luke Ayling at right back, Llorente, and Pascal Struijk at centre-back. No news on Struijk, so you would assume it's good news. Junior Firpo left-back. I believe the midfield for me will look like Forshaw and Dallas. I think Roberts just ahead, or maybe Roberts up top. I don't know. Like for me, the way that Chelsea are going to line up in a 3-4-3, maybe we'll match them up. Maybe we'll play with two up top, not a conventional two, but see Roberts and James leading the line. I prefer not. I'd rather say Joffy come in behind Roberts, but I don't know. We've seen an awful lot that James leads the line. And maybe, against Chelsea, against their backline, although it is beast levels, and I do really rate Rudiger. I think he's so underrated. You've got Thiago Silva in there as well. And, of course, Anders Christiansen's had a great time of it under Tuchel. They're going to be so tough to beat and get past. But, maybe the pace of Dan James will help us in that area. Of course, Rafinha and Harrison would then play on either side for me. Look, we don't have a great record against Chelsea, especially at Stamford Bridge. We haven't won there since 1999, December 1999, where Stuart McPhail got 2 goals and Frank Leboeuf was sent off. That's how long it is. There'll be people watching this video that won't even know who they are. And to be honest, Leeds don't have a great record in London. We've lost 9 of our last 10 top flight trips to the capital. I think the last win coming against Fulham. And our away form overall this season hasn't been great, only winning 1, drawing 3 and losing 3. I think the 1 win coming against Norwich City. Chelsea do have their worries themselves. Thomas Tuchel's come out and been complaining himself about the fixture congestion. But, I mean, their squad's elite. Their squad's probably the most stacked in the Premier League. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's the most stacked in terms of players for positions. But they do have injuries too. Trevor Chalobah injured, Ben Chilwell, Jorginho, N'Golo Kante and Kovacic. I think the big ones for me, obviously, Chilwell's a massive loss. He was in great goal-scoring form at left wing-back. But the big losses for me are that midfield, Jorginho, Kante and Kovacic. So for me, the midfield two that will come in, maybe you're looking at a Loftus-Cheek and a Saul Niguez. And, they're not the most press-resistant, midfielders. And it's an area we can exploit and hopefully press them well, like, West Ham did, and got joy from it. They got joy from it, and hopefully, we build up our attacks in the right way and can cause them problems. Chelsea obviously lost 3-2 last time out to West Ham. It's the first time since May 2016 that Chelsea had lost a Premier League game after taking the lead twice. And it's give Thomas Tuchel really something to think about. He's drawn 2 consecutive Premier League home games in Man United and Burnley, and then lost, obviously, to West Ham. And this would be them looking to avoid a winless run of 3 straight home league games. Obviously drawing the last 2 against Man United and Burnley. So if there's any ideal time to play Chelsea, maybe this is it. I mean, they drew midweek over in Moscow. But, Lukaku got amongst the goals. Timo Werner got 2 and got an assist as well, which doesn't make for great reading for Leeds United that they're back and in form. How will Chelsea line up? Will Mendy play in goal? Obviously, for me, one of the best keepers in the Premier League. I wasn't so sure of him at first, but he's just got better and better, although he was dodgy last time out. You've got Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Christensen, that back 3, solid. Rudiger, for me, is one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League, so underrated. Left wing-back will be Marcus Alonso, Reece James, right wing-back. Midfield 2, then, for me, of Niguez, and I think it'll be Loftus-Cheek with Jorginho missing out. And a front 3 of Mount, Werner, and Lukaku. It's not bad at all, is it really? So it's going to be a tough fixture for Leeds United, and maybe it's a blessing in disguise that I'm not watching. But look, one thing's for sure, right? West Ham gave us, a bit of a blueprint. Chelsea are very much a possession-based, risk-averse side. They like to keep defensive possession, keep the opposition penned in, and pick their moments. And Hammers went up, up against them, went man for man and got a result. They built up their counters methodically, whereas maybe we're a little bit gung-ho, and that may cause us to get caught out. The wing-backs are huge for Chelsea as well in Reece James and Marcus Alonso. Marcus Alonso was having a good season before Ben Chilwell came back in. And we know we've struggled against decent wing-backs. Just have to look at Brighton and Cucurella and Lamptey, the kind of problems they caused us. It's going to be a very tough game. I think for me, Chelsea don't score hatful, so the scoreline may be tight, but I honestly see a struggling. I do see a struggling in this game just because of the level that Chelsea are at in terms of playing personnel and the fact that we have, injuries. And we're not just talking injuries. We're talking key personnel out from this side. But look, and I'll leave it with this. Bielsa had some really good words or really choice words to say in his press conference about the team. And he gives you belief. We have to believe. It's the hope that kills you. We have to believe that we can get something. And Bielsa said, "Look, I understand there is pessimism because the upcoming games are difficult. And instead of bringing back players, we have new absentees. But when we play big teams, an added strength comes from that. When a supposed weakened team has the opportunity to beat a team who are better. My position is one of optimism and fortitude." He went on to say the possibility of surprises in games is one of the great things about football. I understand that one response could be fatalism, but there's another option. Optimism, hope, and fight. And that's what Leeds United have to do on Saturday. Be optimistic, have hope as a fan base, and fight for the full 90 minutes. That's my hope, and I hope we do fight, and I hope we can get a result. I do look at these next 4 and see Arsenal's the one where we possibly could get 3, and that's me being very, very optimistic, as Bielsa's telling us to be. But Chelsea's another one where I think, okay, maybe we can get a point. We drew 0-0 with them last season, but Tuchel had only just come in the door. But they have massive absentees. The midfield battle, we can cause problems. I do believe that with the midfielders they'll bring in Loftus-Cheek and Saul Niguez. It's much weaker than a Kante and a Jorginho and a Kovacic. Kovacic, so press-resistant, he's a great midfielder. Yeah, let's get something. Why not? 2-1 Leeds. Give me a point, but I'm going to stick my neck out. Why not? Optimistic. hope and have faith. 2-1 Leeds United. Let's do this. Come on now. Thank you as always for watching my preview, the Just Joe Football Show. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, and hit that notification bell. And as I say, I'm away to Paris at the weekend on a scouting mission for some midfielders. I feel I'll just be walking around going, Lishat, Meslier, Ilian Meslier, Lishat. But listen, it's a well-deserved break, I think. But I will be back. As soon as I come back, there'll be videos pumping out. I get back Monday, maybe we'll do a Premier League review. And then, of course, we play West Ham Tuesday. So that should be a lot of fun. But thank you, as always, for watching the Just Joe Football Show. I'm rambling now, so I'll leave it there. Peace out. Leeds.